In this video, I'm demonstrating how to only use the tip for dissection and demonstrating how minimal thermal spread you get with this device. I've already inserted my trocar after creating some space anteriorly. Now I'm doing my posterior dissection. Notice I'm only using the tip to create a small window. I put my score on the branch and I come out. Notice the blue blade is sharp. The green is also sharp, but not as sharp as the blue. I engage my cautery and seal the branch with the bipolar energy right between the two blades. Rotate, move forward, and you get a great seal and cut. And the seal is only about a millimeter. The thermal spread is minimal. And now I'm going to go ahead and do my posterior first pass. I'm going to leave that branch because it's suspending the vein for me. I'll come back to it. I'm just going to stay posterior here. With this device, you have complete control of this cautery and the energy that goes between it, which is unique. And once you learn how to cut with a blue blade, it cuts branches very well. Again, I come across a branch, I do minimal dissection with the tip, send out my blades. Notice my conical tip is to the right above the green. I'm going to rotate that direction counterclockwise. I make my seal and then advance and rotate towards the conical tip, that dot in the middle, and my branch is all set. I see another branch here at about 8 o'clock. Watch, I'm going to just make a small window with just the tip. I don't push the shaft past it. Come back, make a tiny window there for my blades to fit in there. My dot is below the branch, so I'm going to rotate that direction, which right now is counterclockwise. I make my seal, and notice I'm going to create a seal, and the thermal spread is a millimeter on this. And there you can see the seal and then the blood in the actual branch, which shows that there's very little thermal spread. So I'm going to come back and start to take branches anteriorly, but first I just want to make sure I'm completely cleaned off posterior, because when I do my anterior pass, I want to be done. I'll be able to do the stab and grab and pull the vein out of the tunnel. Here's that small branch I left behind that was suspending the vein. I just make a tiny window, and it is okay to leave a little bit of fat on these small branches. And you'll notice I'm going to rotate counterclockwise towards my conical tip, and the blue blade cuts the branch. Now I'm going to demonstrate how important it is to always keep the tip on the same side that you're cutting. I make a little mistake here initially. My tip's on the opposite side of the vein. I froze it here to show you that. Watch, I'm going to stop. I'm going to move my tip to the same side as the vein. That's important. And now I'm going to rotate towards the conical tip and advance. It didn't cut it as well, I think, because I'm rotating clockwise. But I'm able to take that adventitia, and then I create a little more space with my tip and finish off the adventitia. Here I have a tiny branch. I'm going to make a small window. I notice I have some fat on my blades, and what you do is leave the blades out and pull back against the wall, and the fat should come off. Just pull the blades back in as you go up the tunnel, put them back out, and you're ready to take that branch. Again, it's okay to have a little bit of fat in these small branches. You'll still get a good seal. Here I do the cautery. I make my seal, rotate counterclockwise towards green and towards the conical tip, and advance. And the blades, the branch is all set. Now I'm going to demonstrate how rotating counterclockwise and cutting top down with the blue blade on the left side here seems to work the most effectively. Here are my conical tips below. It's low. I'm going to rotate that direction towards. I see a little bleeder, so I take care of it. Tiny branch there. Rotate counterclockwise towards the conical tip, and it cuts very nicely. Just about at the end of my tunnel with the anterior pass, I have a tiny branch here. I make tiny windows with just the tip, and I put my conical tip on top that allows me to rotate counterclockwise. So I've been putting my conical tip in the position that will allow me to rotate counterclockwise, and that tends to put the blue blade in position to cut the branch. And I can't get the dissection I want, so I'm going to use the blades to do the dissection. Again, I put the conical tip down, so I rotate counterclockwise, and you can see how easily it cuts that adventitia. So again, the thermal spread on this is minimal, and the cutting is excellent once you learn this rotational technique.